The Legend of Zelda live action images reveal Link and Zelda in costume. So I was a little bit upset about this news just because of the fact that, I had did my video that came out yesterday and, got the images that were leaked and everything like that. So I was able to kind of just go over what we were able to see, the little clips that it showed where it had Link kind of like almost like if he was just finishing doing like shooting with him in his tunic for a quick second, and then we were able to see the other video of Zelda being able to walk over to, it looked like it was probably going to be Impa, um while she's wearing the blue garb that you kind of see her in like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So I thought it was really cool to see that. It got me really hyped for the movie even more so than I initially thought I would ever be, just because of the fact that, like I stated in the video yesterday, I was kind of hoping that they were going to go more of like an animated route, or like a computer animated or like a 2D kind of animation with the Legend of Zelda. So the fact that they were going live action wasn't something I was necessarily looking forward to, just because I feel like there's so much that can go wrong. There's so much that can be an issue when it comes down to having to do live action, from, like the CGI that's going to be needed to the characters being portrayed as Link and Zelda. But after seeing the images, man, it had me hyped. And so it was pretty cool because of the fact that they had done these leaks, and with them doing the leaks, it ended up happening so that, it pretty much caused Nintendo just to be like, well, you know what, if they're gonna show leaks, we're just gonna come out and show the what our images are of these characters altogether. So we got these three images right here, and I gotta say, I'm pretty hyped. It leaves me a little bit curious as to if those leaks were actually leaks, or if it was something that they just kind of put out there just to kind of get people hyped, and then see if how people responded to it, and then decided to actually come out with the initial photos. But yeah, man, the fact that they were able to release these photos, I think is awesome. So as you can see right here, this was a Nintendo of Japan. They released these images. It says, "This is Miyamoto. Filming is underway for the live action film of The Legend of Zelda in a lush, natural setting, with Bo Bragson san, who will play Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth san, who will play Link." And then, yeah, right here, filming is on track for the film's release on May 7th, 2027. It will take a while until the release, so we would be grateful if you would wait patiently and look forward to it. And yeah, man, I gotta say, like I said, I didn't initially think I was gonna get too excited about this. I was gonna be more skeptical, but just seeing these images alone right here, this has me pumped, man. I'm actually really excited to see what we're gonna be getting of this. Obviously, you got the field out here, which is beautiful, all this greenery and everything like that. And then you got Zelda, like I said, in her blue garb, just like she was in like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And then we got Link right here in his green tunic, which I'm so happy that they're going with the green tunic. And like I said in the video yesterday, that has me really excited is the fact that it does look like this tunic is gonna be from kind of like a Twilight Princess type of look, from all the different looks that we've had of Link and everything like that, and the green garb and everything. This definitely gives me the feeling of Twilight Princess, which has me pretty excited. And as you can see, you got the look of the clothing and everything like that. It looks legit, so that's pretty cool. And then some other things I was able to come across, which I thought was cool, was right here on X. Krista Nova, so she's a big YouTuber when it comes down to Nintendo and stuff like that. She loves Nintendo, so she kind of keeps up with all the information and everything like that. So if anyone out there is watching and you haven't seen her posts or anything like that, I definitely recommend giving her a follow. She's really good. And yeah, she was able to come out with some of these tweets and everything like that, these posts that I thought were really good. So I figured we would go ahead and just go over some of them. So the first one we got right here was being, "I've been seeing a lot of negativity about Bo Bragson being cast as Princess Zelda. She's stepping into a huge role, and I truly think she'll do great. She deserves some support." And I'm really with her on this one. I like the look of Zelda. I think this actress, she looks very beautiful in this scene right here. The only negative thing I would kind of say is the fact that she has like a bow and an arrow, and just because of the fact that I feel like that should be something that Link is carrying more of. And I don't know if they're gonna try to change her from like being just a regular princess to like a warrior kind of a thing. If that's the case, I probably wouldn't be the biggest fan of it, just because I feel like that isn't necessarily who Zelda kind of is. You know what I mean? You don't really kind of see that her with like a bow and stuff like that type of thing. She'll usually end up giving it to Link, like at the end of the games or something like that. So just seeing that is probably just like a little negativity, but other than that, like I stated, I think it looks good. And then one of the other things that I thought was pretty cool. So this is Link, by the way. So we just got the look of him. And yeah, man, I'm oh man, just seeing this actor right here in the garb and everything like that, the blonde hair, it has me excited. I'm ready to see what he's gonna be able to do. I'm really hoping he can do a good job. And then what she had posted right here, so some have been pointing out where his earring might be. Could this be it? So yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, yeah, Link usually has earrings, and it's pretty funny because it was one of those things that whenever they were originally doing the design for Link, it was stated that they wanted to kind of differentiate him from Mario and everything like that. And one of the, I think it was, I don't know if it was Miyamoto, but one of the creators, it was stated that his wife made the comment of like, oh, why don't you give him like an earring or something like that. So the fact that they're gonna include that from the looks of it for the movie, I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. And then this one right here, I thought was really awesome. It made me a little bit sad, but So it says in another universe, Robin Williams would have been cast as the King of Hyrule in the Legend of Zelda movie. And that would have been awesome. For anyone that doesn't know, Robin Williams was a huge Legend of Zelda fan. He did a few commercials for Nintendo when it came down to the games. I forgot which game it was. I don't think it was Twilight Princess. It might have been, and I don't think it was Wind Waker either. It might have been one of the handhelds. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, big fan of The Legend of Zelda, and that's actually the reason why his daughter is named Zelda. So Zelda Williams is his daughter. So the fact that, that could have been something had he still been around, I think that would have been so cool. Especially right here, you definitely would have had to look for it, which would have been awesome. And then one of the other things she had posted, she goes, "This is Zelda, by the way," and obviously cast. And like I stated, I'm digging the design. I love the look that they gave her. She's got the pointy ears, very pretty girl. So you know what I mean. The fact that we got that, I think, is awesome. And then one of the other things that she had put down here, I can only imagine the collaboration with the merchandise that will come from this movie. Her necklace alone is already something that I would have liked. Goodness, and yeah, as she states right here, you can kind of see what she's wearing. I'm not sure if this is necessarily going to have anything to do with any of the story or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it is she is a princess, so she's going to have certain types of jewelry and everything like that. And then there was something, I'm not sure if it was on this one right here. This I thought was awesome. So the fact that there's a possibility that she, like I stated, might have something to do with the movie, her necklace. But if they were to actually have something like this, like a small key or something, I think that would be awesome, just to kind of do a little callback to the games, which would be cool. And then so there was that post. One of the next ones I really enjoyed seeing was this right here. So she put Zelda's outfit has tiny Triforces on it, but what are the patterns on Link's tunic supposed to be? And this was something that I kind of mentioned in the video as well yesterday, was the fact that, I would love to see, what Hyrule is going to look like in a live action, because of the fact that, just seeing the Triforces on the horses that it showed Zelda was walking over to, it looked like, and I think it was Impa in the video that I played yesterday for the video. Um Seeing the Triforce insignia on different things, I thought was so cool. And you know what I mean, seeing that it's on her clothing itself, I think that's awesome, and it has me really excited. And then I just noticed too, her eyes, they almost have like a bluish hazel look to them, that's awesome. She was gorgeous. And let me see what would be the next. Oh, and then she stated with Link's garb, what is it supposed to be? I'm not too sure. It might have symbols of the Triforce as well, but there isn't anything that comes to mind when looking at it just straight like this. So yeah, we'll probably just have to wait and see, and then kind of figure it out. Maybe it'll have something in the movie that is kind of mentioned. And then she goes, also, what the heck is this one? What does she say? What the heck is this on the ground? So I'm not too sure. That'd be pretty funny if it's like a Korok or something like that. So who knows? Yeah, could be, or one of the, as you can see right here on the side, the Minish cap. That'd be interesting if they decided to include something like that. Now, I'm not sure how they're gonna go about it, because of the fact that a lot of people are speculating that this does feel like they're gonna go closer to like Breath of the Wild as far as the games go, but they might be doing it like they did Super Mario Brothers, where they're gonna just include a whole bunch of different parts of the lore from the video games and everything, which would be pretty cool. And then this was another photo that she posted I thought was pretty cool. She goes, "Where it all started versus where we are today." So obviously you got the title screen for the original Legend of Zelda. You got Link and Zelda right here, and then you got Link, and then you got Zelda, which is awesome. So man, I'm really digging the design for these guys, the way that they were able to include them for this. So that's pretty cool. And then the next one she had posted. So the Legend of Zelda movie looks great so far. Actors are perfect fit. Wardrobe looks great. Yep. And filming in New Zealand, which I know a lot of people are excited about that, especially you know, Lord of the Rings fans, you know what I mean? Because of the fact that New Zealand is such a gorgeous place and they are able to kind of do such great things when it comes down to the kind of atmosphere and landscape and all that type of stuff. She goes, I can't even imagine the music. The music, oh my God, that's one of the things I'm thinking about so much too, is the fact that there's so much good Zelda music out there, that how they're gonna incorporate it and everything like that. And so far, this movie is on the right path to dominate its release here. I can't wait. Yeah, and that's one of the things. I was listening to a live stream earlier, and one of the individuals was saying, he's like, I really hope they're gonna play some of that Zelda music. He started humming the original Zelda theme, but and then he started saying that he liked Zelda 2. That was one of his favorite Zelda games, and he started thinking about the music then. And I just started thinking straight to like Smash Brothers when it comes down to the Hyrule Temple where they use the Legend of Zelda 2 music. So the doon 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 doon. Just that. Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. That is, if they play something like that when like Link is fighting one of like the bosses or something like that, I'm gonna be stoked, man. I'm gonna be so excited. So like if you are excited for the Legend of Zelda live action movie, and yeah, I mean, I haven't liked it, but I'll do that right now, actually, as a matter of fact. So obviously, you got Zelda again in the blue garb right here. Link, obviously, he's in the blue garb from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but again, he's in the green, which I'm really happy that they're going that route. And then, oh my gosh, it looks so good. Just one more still of the photos, and remember that not only Link can talk, but he's also the funniest guy in the room. And then this is just kind of a little clip of like people's reaction to him. Now, one of the things I want to say when it comes down to that, because I've heard a lot of people talking about how, uh, Link, he doesn't talk and everything like that. So when it comes down to this movie, they have to make him talk. I think it'd be one of those things if they were try to go that route where they didn't want him speaking, just have it so that he's like mute. You know what I mean? He has to do like either like sign language or something like that. Now I know a lot of people won't like that because obviously if it's a live action movie, you're gonna want to have him speak and everything like that. And if he isn't able to talk, it's gonna have to add a whole new layer to the actor himself to be able to kind of show his feelings towards stuff and kind of where his head is at and his thought process and everything. But if they decided to go that route, personally, I wouldn't mind it just because I'm so used to not hearing Link speak ever that if they decided to go that route, I think it would be pretty cool. And if they made it like I stated, where he was like mute, then it'd be more of like a little bit more of like truer to the games, you know what I mean? Because of the fact that Link isn't someone that talks. But at the end of the day, since they are doing it live action, if they decide to have Link talk, I would prefer they didn't, but at the same time, I feel like they probably would be able to make it work and do well. So I'm not gonna be too mad about it at that point. And then just some of the clips right here. So did you meet the hero of Hyrule? And then I am he, which is pretty funny. Um, what was the next one? The reason I was named Paya is because I have a birthmark shaped like a papaya seed. Where is it? Really though. So that was pretty funny. And then isn't Master Kuga just so dreamy? I could stare at that poochie tummy of his all day long. Master Kuga, he's got a dumb belly. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then the last one we got here. Did you need something? I'm here to sell. You like this corner? What is this place? Goodbye. Yeah, so pretty funny, just pretty goofy stuff right there. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this, dude. I'm really looking forward to this. I didn't think I was gonna get this hyped for the movie, but after seeing just these still images and everything, my thought process is really starting to change, and I'm kind of stoked about that. So Yeah, man. A little bit longer video than I was expecting. I thought I was going to do something real short just because it was just the three images. But yeah, I was able to find some of this information right here, and I'm excited, man. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm hoping a lot of people out there are as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good stuff from Nintendo when it comes down to this movie, and we'll just have to wait and see. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you guys think that these images are telling of what the movie itself is going to be like, and do you think it's going to be something good? I personally, I think this is going to be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to it, to when we're going to be able to get that first trailer, and then just kind of go from there and just kind of see what happens. So yeah, so if you guys could share your thoughts in the comments, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.